Welcome to Electrical Machine 1 lecture. Today's topic is three-phase transformer. Basically, the transformer is a backbone of electrical power system. In our power plant, the generation is at, it may be a 13 kV or 25 kV, whatever it may be, the generators are there. These are connected to the station transformer. It is a three-phase transformer, which step up the voltage from 13 kV to 132 kV, or as per the transmission. Then there is a transmission network or transmission substation, where again it is say 132 kV to 400 kV transmission line. Nowadays 736, 765 kV also there is a transmission line. Again this voltage is a step down, say 400 kV to 33 kV or 132 kV as per the applications. And there are many substations depend upon the industrial feeders, commercial feeders, and for the utility section, it is say 132 to 33 kV substations are there, and 33 to 11 kV substations are there. All these transformers are called as a power transformer. So in case of three-phase transformer, there are two type of transformer. Namely, the transformers, one is the distribution transformer. And the second is the power transformer. Distribution transformer are those transformer which is used for the distribution of LT supply or in the industries, and these transformers are generally designed at low flux density, because the load on the transformer get changes from time to time, whereas the power transformer are designed at somewhat higher flux density, because it is permanently loaded on the transmission network. Now the transformers in the earlier case, for the single phase transformer, we come to know that there are two type of construction. One is the core type construction, and second is the shell type construction. But in case of a three-phase transformer, it is only the core type construction. Just have a look to the figure of a three-phase core type construction is like that. This is the three limbs are there. Okay, so three limbs are there over which the winding is carried out. So this is the three limbs are there. Say it is the HV winding. First we will place LV winding. Okay, so LV winding. Then on the same this one we will place the HV winding. So this is LV winding and HV winding. Suppose this is HV and this is LV winding. Similarly on the second and similarly on the third. So say this is R phase, Y phase, and B phase. Okay, but if you are using the shell type construction, in the shell type construction, the core, the winding is surrounded by core. So this is the three windings are there, three cores are there, where we will place HV winding and LV winding on the same limb to reduce the leakage fluxes are there. And again, we have to put one more core is there. Okay, this is one more core is there as per the shell construction. So this is the windings. We will provide the windings here. Okay, this is one winding. This is say second winding. Okay, this is second winding. and this is third winding. Okay, say this is primary and secondary windings are there. So this is extra core we have to put to make it a shell type construction. So in case of three-phase transformer, either it is a distribution transformer or power transformer. A shell type construction we are not using. We are using only the core type construction. Okay, so this is the construction point of view. Next, a very important point in the distribution transformer or say a power transformer. If suppose we take the say top view of this winding. Okay, so this is one top view of this winding. This is a second limb or core, and this is the say third core. Just it is a similar to the top view of this core are there. Next to the core, say this is core. This is the core of transformer. This is core. Okay. This is core. It is a crucible core. Already we have covered this topic. Say again, we will just take the one is there. This is the bobbin of winding. Okay. Now the core is maybe a rectangular, or it may be some crucible core, that is a steps cores are there. Say this is the core, iron material is there. Okay. And it indicate that this is the laminated core. Okay, so this is the radius of mean radius of bobbin is r. Okay, and this area is equal. This is say area is a. Okay, this will is equal to the say this is breadth and this is width. Okay. So area is equal to W into B. This is the net iron area we are using. And this such type of construction gives there is a air gap over here. This is the air gap. This is the air gap. This is also the air gap, which will increase the leakage flux in the primary winding and secondary winding. Now, second type of construction is that even the same area, we can reduce the mean diameter of the core in such a way that the core is a crucible core. Okay, this is the crucible core. Just try to understand. This is one step. This is second step, and this is third step. It is only for our simplicity. We have made only 3 steps are there. There are 4 step, 5 step may be there. So in such cases, the area A, it is also area A. So here area is equal to say 50 centimeter square. It is also 50 centimeter square. Only the difference is that here the radius get decreases. So radius r, small r, where small r is smaller than the capital R, this radius. So net iron area is same. It reduces the mean diameter of the bobbin, winding bobbins is there, or say former is there. Under such condition, the air gap over this one, air gap is very small. See here, the air gap is very small. It will reduce the leakage magnetic flux. Okay, this is one thing. Second, if this is the radius of the bobbin, therefore the length of the conductor for LV winding and HV winding increases, which will increase the resistance of LV winding and HV winding and overall size of the transformer. And here we can reduce the overall size of the transformer by crucible core or stepped core, where the length of the conductor, length of winding conductor get reduces for the primary as well as secondary winding, which will reduce the resistance and improve the efficiency as well as voltage regulation. So the constructional point of view, the size is high. If you just size is high or it is higher size, definitely when the physical size of the transformer increases, the cost is also higher one. Cost is also higher one. And the third is that this is the constructional point of view, and operation point of view, or say efficiency point of view. It has a low voltage regulation. Okay, means voltage regulation is high, so poor voltage regulation and efficiency also get decreases. Whereas there is some advantage is that the physical size of the transformer get reduces, hence the cost of the material and cost of the total transformer. Second, the length of the conductor needed for the winding, primary winding and secondary winding is smaller. Definitely it will decrease the length, definitely it will decrease the resistance and hence improve the efficiency and voltage regulation. Therefore, the core for the transformer is always the crucible core or stepped cores are there. So this is the core construction point of view. Next, say which winding to be placed next to the core. So core is at zero potential, okay? Zero potential. So it is better to have, first is the LV winding. First we will take the LV winding. First we will take the LV winding next to the core, and after this core we will place, so this is the next to the core is a LV winding, and after LV winding we will place HV winding. So this is HV winding. Okay. So in this case, this is LV winding. Next to the core is LV winding, and it will be the HV winding. What is the reason? If we place the LV winding next to the core, the insulation required between winding to the core required will be smaller. Definitely say the transformer is 11,000 volt divided by 400 volt. Okay, so the insulation required between 4 to 400 volt will be smaller. Say this is the thickness. Whereas if you are placing high voltage winding next to the core, the thickness of the insulation will be higher because it is a 11 kV. Okay, so if the thickness in the core get increases, definitely the overall diameter of the winding get increased, which will increase the length of the conductors and hence resistance. Same phenomena which we have discussed in the core construction. Okay, this is one reason. Second reason is that the typing of transformer, that is, say for example, we want to keep the voltage 400 volt constant in the secondary winding, and there is a 1100 volt. It will be as per our design. It will, when the HV winding is HV voltage is 11,000 volt, the LV winding is same. Now there may be some 1150 500 volt. It may be 1100 and 750 volt is there. It may be a 1750 volt is there in the primary winding, but we want the voltage to be constant at any primary voltage, isn't it? So there is some particular range from 10 to 500 volt. The voltage should remain at 400 volt. So what we have to do, we have to keep some typings on the HV winding. So this is the typings. We will provide some typings over the HV winding. Okay, and as the voltage get changes, this typing is going to change from say 1175 volt to this one is the 1150 volt, and this is say 11 kV voltage is there, and so on. So this typing, if you keep the HV winding next to the core, it is difficult to brought out the terminal from inner side to the outer side for a variable switch. Are you getting? So here it is quite clear. If you are placing the HV winding, it is quite difficult to bring out the typing terminal. Okay, so this is the case. These are the two reasons. That's why we are placing LV winding next to the core and then HV winding. So in this, this is the some construction point of a three-phase transformer. Okay, so this is the simply the construction First is that the core is always crucible core. Either it may be a single phase transformer or three phase transformer. It may be a distribution transformer or power transformer. In case of three phase transformer, it is always core type construction. Shell type construction is not used in the three phase transformers. So this is the one way to build the three phase transformer. Okay. Next is that two terms are used in the three phase transformer. One is the say single unit three phase transformer, and the second part is called as a three phase bank transformer. Let's see this different in this category. Okay, just take a new sheet. One is the single unit. This is unit three phase transformer, and it is a three phase bank transformer. What it means in the single unit transformer, the transformer is just we have discussed the construction of core type transformer. Where all the core size is the same, middle core, side core, all cores are equal in dimension, and where the primary and secondary winding is placed, or instead of primary and secondary, it is LV winding and HV winding. Say this is one phase HV winding, and the first phase LV winding we are placing. This may be made as a star connected or delta connected. Similarly here, this is the one winding, LV winding, HV winding. Inner side, it is a LV winding, and outer side, it is a HV winding. Okay. So these two windings, it is LV, HV is like that. Okay. No doubt, if you take the top view of this transformer, so this is core. It is LV winding. And after that, there is a HV winding. So if you say this is the HV winding, upper side, inner side is the LV winding, and this is the core. This is the just top view of the transformer. So this is called as a single unit. In a single unit, all three phases are comprised. So the advantage of this one is it is generally the distribution transformer, even in the power transformer. Such type of construction are used for three-phase distribution as well as power transformer. So the first advantage is that it takes small space because all three windings are placed. So here the advantages are it requires less space for the installation. Second point, the size, physical size of transformer is low, or it is small in physical size, and hence the cost is also smaller as compared to the three-phase bank transformer. Okay, so we see what is this one. First, we'll see the construction of three bank type transformer. In the three bank type transformer, there are separate three transformers are there. there are separate 3 single phase transformer. This is one transformer. This is second transformer. Okay. And this is the third transformer. Generally, it is used for the big capacity or higher capacity of power transformer, where this is your LV winding as usual. This is LV winding, and say this is HV winding. Similarly, this is one HV winding and one LV winding on the separate core construction. Core construction. So this is the, now these 3 transformer may be connected in star, it may be connected in delta. Okay, so star delta transformer, it may be a delta delta transformer, or it may be a star star transformer. As per the application you can use. So if you are using the 3 separate transformer, definitely it requires a higher space. It requires higher space. Okay, the size of the transformers are more, so the size is higher. Total size of the transformer is higher, and the cost is higher because here the core construction, the core will be, say, even though the transformer needed the same amount of copper for the windings, but the iron materials cost is increases. And again, they are all these 3 transformer in the separate tank. So this is the tank. It is all one transformer is immersed in a one tank. Second transformer is immersed in the second tank of the oil, transformer oils. Okay, this is the third tank. So there are 3 tanks are needed, and definitely the space requirement will be more. Okay. Now, as say, suppose this is the one tank, it is placed in the one tank. It is also placed in a one tank. How many terminals are needed to bring out for the connection? Definitely the connections needed for this one is for 3 connections for HV winding. Okay, this is 3 connection for HV winding. It is a, and the 3 connections for LV windings. Okay, this 3 connection for LV winding, and HV winding is bushing, porcelain bushing. Okay, you have seen this such type of construction over the transformer. Bushings are there. This is the connection knob, and this is the, say, such type of bushings are there. Generally 3 steps and 4 steps like that. And this is the bushing over the tank. This is the tank, and for this one connections bushings are needed. So only 3 bushings for the ST connections and 3 terminals for the LT connection. Whereas for the 3-phase bank transformer, 3 connections are here for LV side, 3 connections for HV side, again 3 connections for LV side, 3 connections for HV side. So 6 and 6, 18 connections are there, and it is become difficult to connect. There may be some mismatch, or we can say that there is a large chances to break out, or maintenance point of view, it has become very difficult. This one. Okay, so this is the constructional point of a 3-phase bank transformer and single unit 3-phase transformer. Definitely, when the bushings, number of bushings, tank and oils, they are again increases, so cost of the transformer is higher. It is higher, all is higher. Okay, but what is the advantage of single unit transformer? The space requirement is less. It is somewhat higher efficiency, slightly higher, because the core losses going to take place in a single core is there. So the core losses and efficiency of the transformer is more, whereas slightly the efficiency decreases. Now, what is the one more the disadvantage of this transformer? Disadvantage of this transformer is, suppose any winding, one of the winding fails, it has to be replaced by the same capacity of the second transformer. Suppose the transformer capacity is 1000 kVA. So if the fault occur in one of the winding, or one of the winding fails, or there is some insulation failure, entire unit has to be replaced by the new transformer of the same capacity. Otherwise, it is difficult to supply the power to the load, entire load condition is one thing. Second, if someone want to keep one transformer as a spare transformer, so the spare transformer capacity should be equal to the capacity of transformer which is working, which is in operation. So the spare capacity of equal rating to be kept as a spare or as a reserve capacity, as a reserve transformer. Whereas in this case, if the fault occur in one of the winding, definitely the two transformer is in the healthy condition. It can be supplied by VV connection or open delta connection. Where it can supply the power up to the 57 of its rated capacity. Suppose it is a 1000 kVA transformer, it can supply up to the 570 kVA to the load. So there is a security or continuity of the supply. There is a continuity of supply we can maintain, but for the higher priority feeders, isn't it? And it can be replaced easily, one transformer, and again we can put this total transformer into the service. Okay. Now the reserve capacity here, we should it is not necessary to keep the reserve capacity of same transformer. Means it is the capacity of the transformer is only the 300 kVA, isn't it? 300 or 350 kVA transformer. So the reserve capacity is only 3500 kVA transformer is sufficient. So this is the some advantage of single unit three-phase transformer and three-phase bank transformer. And it is quite clear that the single unit three-phase transformer is used for distribution as well as power transformer, and it is used only for higher capacity power transformer. This is the quite clear in the transformer side. Okay, so this is the these two type of construction are used in the three-phase transformer. Now, one term come into the three-phase bank transformer is a open delta. So, what is the open delta system? Open delta. Okay, before going to this topic, the transformer has three windings. Okay, it is in the primary side and secondary side. Say this is the HV winding. Okay, this is the HV winding, and this is LV winding. For any distribution transformer. So if suppose someone want the HV winding to be delta connected and LV winding to be star connected. Okay. So HV winding, it is a delta connected. So this is the terminal. It's 11 kV terminal. It is connected here, 11 kV terminals, the supply side. And this is the delta connection. This is the delta connection. And whereas it is a secondary winding, is the LV winding, it is a star connected. So it is a star connected and it is given to the LV side. And this we have a neutral point or neutral conductors, isn't it? So simply it is a three-phase delta connected, three-phase delta connected transformer. The primary winding is a HV winding is there. As a distribution, it is a HV winding, and here it is a LV winding. So it's star connected. So LV winding, and it is a neutral point, a neutral conductor. So between phase to neutral, it is a 230 volt, and between phase to phase, it is a 400 volt. Okay, so this is the one type of this is distribution transformer. Let it be a power transformer. Generally, the power transformer is delta delta connected. Delta delta connected. It is a HV winding, and LV winding also delta connected. Is LV winding. In power transformer, HV winding, suppose it is a 400 kVA or 132 kVA, and here it is a 33 kVA. It is a power transformer, delta delta connected power transformer. Suppose the fault occur in any one of the winding. Suppose this winding is disconnected or there is some failure. Now look at to this figure. What it become? It become equal to the two windings are connected, and this is third is a conductor. So, and here also by disconnecting one of the winding, the diagram become like that. Say the diagram would be this is one winding, and this is second winding, and this is third conductor. So the conductors, the winding become like that. This is one winding, this is second winding, okay, and this is third conductor is as it is. Okay, so it like it just like a open delta connection. This is closed delta, it becomes an open delta, or it is also called as a V connection. Suppose this delta is not, this winding is not there, it's just like a V. This winding is not, just like a V, so it is called as a VV connection or open delta connection. Similarly, in the if this winding is disconnected, so this two windings are there, and it work on the open delta operation. This work on the open delta operation. Okay, so we will redraw this figure for some small derivation in the. This is called as a open delta or VV connection. It is a VV connection. What is the reason? If suppose a big transformer is, there is a fault in the transformer, even though we can supply the power to the load, no doubt the capacity of the transformer get decreases because only two windings are working in condition. Even though we can, even though it can supply the three-phase, balanced three-phase voltage to the higher priority feeders. Okay, this is the say. Now, under such condition, we first will draw the open delta connection. This is primary and secondary winding. Let this voltage is A, B, C. So V, A, B, V, B, C, and this total voltage is V, C, A. Similarly, A, B, C, so it is equal to V, A, B, V, B, C, and V, C, A. This is V, C. Okay. Let the current is IA, IB, and IC. IA, IB, and IC. So we know that the total voltage for any three phase is equal to 0. Addition of VAB plus VBC plus VCA is equal to 0, and VCA is equal to minus VAB minus VBC. Okay. Let VAB is equal to per phase voltage at an angle of 0. VBC is equal to same per phase voltage at an angle of minus 120 degree, and VCA is equal to per phase voltage at an angle of plus 120 degrees. So the three phases are there, equally supplied. We are supplying the balance load, balance voltage. So it is a VA, VB, and VC. This is 120 degree, 120 degree. Okay, and this is, it is a balance voltage. We are connected to the two winding of this one. So under such condition, the secondary voltage is VAB is equal to secondary voltage at an angle of 0, and VBC is equal to secondary voltage at an angle of minus 120 degree. Okay, so if you put in the third equation, that is VCA is equal to minus Vs at an angle of 0 minus Vs at an angle of 120 degree. So after putting this value, that is minus Vs in minus into bracket minus 0.5 Vs minus J 0.866 Vs, and finally we come to know that it is equal to minus 0.5 Vs plus J 0.866 Vs, which is equal to Vs at an angle of plus 120 degree. Okay. So it is found that if you connect three-phase balance supply to the one winding, we get on the secondary winding, again the voltage is balanced three-phase voltage. Okay, so the first condition, first the requirement of the three-phase load is the balance voltage. We obtain the balance voltage in the secondary winding, that is VA, VB, and VC, and all are equally spaced by 120 degree. So first requirement of the three-phase load is a balance voltage obtained. Okay. Next, what would be the capacity of capacity can be supplied to the existing condition? Now let the secondary voltage is let say V2B and I2B are the secondary voltage and current per phase. Okay, isn't it? So what is now for the closed delta? Closed delta means this is the closed delta, okay, where the voltage is V2B. Okay, so phase voltage and line voltage is same, whereas the phase current is I2B. So the line current is definitely √3 times V2, sorry, I2. Agree? If we consider that this is the phase voltage and phase current. So phase current, line current become √3 times I2B. So in the closed delta, VA rating is equal to √3 line voltage multiplied by line current. Line voltage is remain as it is, V3 into V2B, whereas the line current become √3 times I2B. So if in a healthy condition, closed delta condition, 3 V2B into I2B. It is just similar. It is nothing but the 3 V phase into I phase. For the one phase, single phase transformer, VA rating is equal to voltage multiplied by current. For the three phase, multiply by 3. But the phase voltage and phase current is there. Okay. Now, in open delta, here in open delta, what would be the diagram? This is the one winding, this is secondary winding. Okay. the per phase voltage is per phase voltage is V2B and per phase current is I2B. So for closed open delta, VA rating is equal to root 3 into phase voltage into line voltage and line current, both are same, isn't it? So this is the open delta connection. So the ratio of open delta VA rating divided by closed delta VA rating is equal to, here it is root 3 V2B I2B divided by 3 V2B I2B equals to, this get cancelled, and root 3 it is 1 by root 3, and which is equal to 57.57. So it is a, okay, 0.57. Okay, so now open delta VA rating or KVA rating or MVA rating, VA rating is equal to 57.7% of closed delta. It means that suppose one winding fails by any reason, the three-phase transformer, which is earlier delta connection, it can supply power to the load 57% of its rated capacity. Suppose the rated capacity is 1000 kVA, then under fault condition, it can supply balance load to the it can supply balance power to the load circuit up to 57% of its rated capacity. So sometimes it is very much important to supply the priority feeders like, say, hospitals, communication systems, and some water supply systems. So up to this one, we can supply power to that priority feeder, even though there is a fault in the transformer. So this is called as a open delta connection in the transformer. So next time we'll see the next topic of three-phase transformer.